Welcome to Tokyo, the Neon City. A technicolor world where cultures unite. Where the future meets the past. Unite. Where the future meets the past. Hand in hand. In this electric wonderland. We'll take our stand. Forever. Welcome to Tokyo, the Neon City.
This beat, this mix, it kind of slaps. Let me turn it down here. I don't know how loud it is for you guys. Very loud. All right, there we are. Yeah, I don't know how loud it is for you, but that I think I found a mix I like. What do you think? Keep that on. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Monday. We're live early. It's not even 1 p.m. yet. No one can ever complain about being late ever again. I don't make the rules, even though I do. What's up, my friends? How are you? Weird. 200 people here. I looked at crypto, the space this morning. I looked at YouTube streams, looked on Twitter. Numbers down across the board. but the chart would say something different. We have seen now a new 2025 low, and that is urgent clickbait. That is urgent warning, caution. And as much as we're just kind of messing around with the clickbait in the title and in the thumbnail, that's the best thumbnail I've ever made in my entire life. As much as we're joking around with it, this is not a great move. We talked about this possibility, and basically, if we want to remain hopium filled, we have to pray that this is a liquidity sweep. We saw this happen. We talked about this happening. We said down here, I think this was on Friday, this is the obvious point where traders are going to place their stop losses. Having opened longs anywhere from, honestly, like 80s, you could even say back here, up into the 60s, 70s, placing their stop losses right here under our, we'll call it the last few months lows. We have tapped them. We have seen some kind of buying response. I'm not feeling comfortable yet. Are you guys feeling comfortable? Let me know. Probably not. And no one's paying attention. It's very strange. Very, very strange. Where's the spice? I mean, the spice is on the chart. Where are the people? And it's not even just that. It's like, where are the people freaking out, right? Did we already knock out all the new hands, all the weak hands? Did we already do that over the course of, at this point, what's it been? November 11th. We essentially returned to prices we saw on November 11th, 62 days between 89K and 108K. Did we knock them out? Are they gone? I don't know. You would expect them to be flocking to YouTube right now to be saying, Tom, is it over? I put all my money into Bitcoin at 108,000 and now it's at 91,000. And maybe they're down like $1,000 or something. They think like, I don't know, it's gone to zero. I don't know. Black Swan fires. Bruh. I don't think fires related. I mean, California is always on fire. It's kind of like Canada, you know, like in some places like California, they have earthquakes. In some places they have monsoons. In some places they have fires. That's California. I mean, I don't know. I don't think that's really any part of it. Certainly prayers, good energy, everything out to all of our fam that may be in danger or were in danger or lost their homes or lost anything, guys. My prayers are with you. I don't know if that's the case here. I don't know. Canada just got an ETF. Well, I mean, we had the ETF almost exactly a year ago. Now Canada has an ETF this year. I mean, maybe this is the ETF sell-off. I don't know. What I'd like to see, here's what I'd like to see. Today, let's get some buying pressure. I looked at the chart. I didn't really see it on time frames. Well, maybe I have another look then. But I need to see buying pressure today, because if we can get a strong enough upward move, really any convincing momentum, we can at least be confident that this is sweeping liquidity. We can't necessarily guarantee, there are no guarantees in trading or in any of this. Can't guarantee we're going right back to new all-time highs. But if we can get some momentum to the upside, not immediately sell off, we can at least start looking maybe for another lower high, 98, 100, something. This is good, in my opinion, but you guys know I'm always bullish. I warn you. In my opinion, if this was going to sell off and be the doom move that everyone, I don't know, is thinking now, all these influencers on YouTube, everyone was so bearish this morning, it made me bullish. If that was going to happen, I feel like this wouldn't have held and we would have just dumped. So let's start this episode with two things. One, we're all in this together. This has not been the most fun trading. I have not really been opening positions. As you guys know, really bad time to start our new course, which is going really well. There's still time to sign up. Going really well, but not a great time. They're not the copious amounts of trade setups like there have been over the last few months where things are really rocketing and we're nailing stuff. When the market starts chopping sideways, I don't like to take trades. It's the time for me to sit back and be patient. But let's start. Let's start this episode with the bearish clickbait warning. Maybe we start there. How's that sound? Let's look at if this plays out where we're looking, what we can expect, and what really that means. So on the thumbnail, you guys saw me. I really do. Should we make a poll? Is this the best thumbnail I've ever had? I think it is. Smash it. I'm gonna put that poll up quick. Smash thumbs up. Happy Monday. Fire. This is the best. There we go. There we go. Polls up. Hype up the stream. I put the poll out there. Is this the best thumbnail? I think it is. It's wonderful. It has just the right mix of colors and balance. I'm really coming into my own here. So on the thumbnail, we have a lot, but this is the highlight. We talked about this on Friday, and on Friday, there were concerns of head and shoulders playing out on the daily time frame. You guys brought your concerns to me, and I said, well, we are here. We are missing some crucial elements that would make this an actual head and shoulders. Unfortunately, today's low may be that first piece we were missing. So the first thing we discussed was a break of the neckline. The neckline is especially spicy here on this move because it is this yellow trend which connects the left shoulder and right shoulder in between the head. The neckline is especially spicy because on the regular chart, this is the all-time high trend from last cycle. I talked about how retesting this yellow line, not great. We've already tested this on maybe a weekly or even monthly time frame twice or 3 times. A 4th time, not confidence building. Since then, we have broken through the neckline, and that is another kind of reason it's crucial we see upside momentum today. Though the neckline has been broken, even on Friday I said maybe a daily close below the neckline or weekly or really any kind of major time frame would be a good confirmation signal that this pattern is here. And so, man, again, here we are Monday saying today's close is going to be crucial. Seems every Monday that's the case. At this point, price does not have to move much lower. I'm going to say, to make it confident, 90.8 thousand, a daily close or today's daily close below there would be very ugly. If that happens, here is what I would expect. If it closes just below, let's say just at 90 or 89.9 or something like that, I would expect in the shorter term, maybe in the next daily candle, to immediately return to that yellow trend line before trading lower. Likely moving towards the right shoulder's 1618 Fibonacci extension, seated right here. This price, $84,165. Something like this. Moving on down. Let's see. Moving on down. Get down to that measured move target at the 2, just under 80K. This is how I would honestly expect this head and shoulders to play out if it's happening. None of this, in my opinion, on the table until it closed below 91, but it's something to look for. Now on the day, let's also come back to some old friends here. I talk about this a good amount, how as the market changes, so too must the tools we use to look and view it. For a long time, and let's say all through November, moving averages on the day, not very helpful. We weren't anywhere close to them. In fact, we really didn't even interact with them again until the next month. Now that we have traded and closed below the 50 and 20, we are back into moving average on the day territory. And what we can see here is the 100 day, which has been a crucial daily moving average for this entire run. Absolutely the entire run. Let's look at this closer. Sits, I guess, more bullishly above these extensions. That's nice. 686 too. But let's look at this moving average. This has been crucial. I'm gonna go back to the logarithmic. This has been a crucial moving average. I want to say not even just through this run, but even through the last cycle. So let's go back here. In March of 2020, we broke through, retook it, tested it as support, higher low, took off into the bull market. The bull run basically ended in April of 21. We tested the 100 for the first time. Thankfully, we've already tested the 100. Or else we could say, man, it might be very bearish if we test it. But take it with a grain of salt. This was the last cycle. We lost it, entered into that bearish summer, retook it into the end of the year, held it as support before putting in our final high, and it really did interact with it all throughout the bear market as well. May giving us a fake out, rejecting, falling, hitting that 100, falling, hitting that 100, falling, hitting that 100 into the bear market bottom, and then into 2023, retaking that 100, testing it as support, restarted that bullish engine. So you can really see, I think it's very plain to see that this is a critical moving average, maybe to this cycle and the last cycle, maybe all of the cycles, right? It has been definitely a player. You can see why maybe I follow these. When we start rejecting from the 100-day, we tend to be in a bear market. When we find support there, we tend to be in a bull market. And even last year, in January, we tested it, the 23rd. That'll be in a few days here to be exactly a year out, before moving to an all-time high pre-halving, finding support, losing it, finding support, will they, won't they, finally breaking out. So this may even offer kind of a more bullish upside target, maybe a near miss for that head and shoulders target. As Bitcoin trades sideways, and as we've done for the last 60-ish days, this will continue to move up towards price. So if we do not see selling, inevitably Bitcoin will reach this 100 daily moving average. Inevitably. We're talking about the clickbait. We're talking about the bearish case, kind of what's on people's minds. I am still bullish. I don't think the bull market is over. I don't think we're in a bear market. But as traders and as people who want to remain sane, we have to kind of keep tabs on both sides. I'm not the best at keeping tabs on the bear side, so I'm forcing myself to do a little bit more indulging in the bear side. Again, I don't think this has started, but it is certainly a time to at least prepare mentally for when it inevitably happens, when the run is over. I believe we have higher to go, but you never know. I believed we had higher to go last cycle. We didn't get it. These things are hard to judge. That in mind, hopefully all of you have taken some time to make a plan, to take some profit. I always say being all in or all out is a very risky strategy. It's a very hard strategy to manage. Consider percents, consider pieces. Maybe you want to take some profit on alts, or maybe you want to take it on Bitcoin and you want to sell 5%, 10%. Doesn't matter. Something. So when the market inevitably does turn, you don't freak out. That's really what it is. If you have ice in your veins and you've been in this space for a decade, you probably don't need to take any profit. You're going to be fine. You've seen this happen. I've seen this happen. It's not a big deal. But if this is, say, your first or second run, you're probably going to get a little uncomfortable. And so you should make a plan. It doesn't matter what your plan is. It's not about being the best plan or the highest IQ plan. It's just about having one and sticking to it. And that plan really should just hedge you emotionally and mentally against the market turning, because it will eventually. No matter how bullish I am and I want it to be, it eventually will turn. Up here at 108K would seem like a really shitty bull market top, a bullshit market top, I keep saying. But certainly it is possible. And so it's something we just need to keep in mind. We need to have on our brains. I did close most of my perpetual positions at 95K. And as we moved to 108K, that felt really bad. Now it's not feeling so bad, right? For almost 2 months, I was like, dude, I totally closed this at the wrong time. Like I botched this. If you wait long enough, bad decisions weirdly end up being good ones if you have the patience and discipline. What's up, Bad Baptist? How you doing, brother? How you doing, my friend? We're going over the gnarly bear scenario here of the head and shoulders of potentially moving lower. I still don't think so. I really believe if we were going to nuke here, we would have nuked right here. This wick wouldn't have held. We would have just moved down and explored kind of those targets that people are afraid of. I do like saying that. What price would scare you, right? What would scare you? What would make you? What price, chat? This is a great like practice. Just put a number in chat. What price would convince you we are in a bear market where you would have no question whatsoever? Because a lot of people right now are saying 90 broke. Are we in a bear market? So for them, maybe that number is higher. But what number would you be 100% sure that we are in a bear market if it hit? 60K, 70K, sub 70K, 69, nice, Hendrik. 69, 420. I think that's the most bullish number though. 100 air. 28.3, your cost basis. I think you probably are right there. 28.3, I think you're probably all right. 9K says 𝐂𝐴𝐺. There's a G. Below 69, Geo. 67. I like the 69 420s. Those are good numbers. I feel like they're bullish numbers. If we broke 80K, you think there's more downside. Okay. 15K. 3K. Trump pump. Well, where is this Trump pump? Isn't the when's the inauguration? Is that the 16th? Is that Thursday? Interesting. If we are selling off into inauguration, I bet we get a pump into it. I kind of assumed we would be trending up and then we get a dump into it. 7 days. If we go below 70? 70? Really? Let me see. So a lot of people pointing to, let's say, 80. 80 under 80. So that is a 25% downside. Maybe a little bit more from 108. 26, 25. People are saying 70. Let's see, 70. 35. This would convince you a bear market is happening. And then, so if a bear market is convinced, right, then what number are you looking for at the bottom? Where do you think, if this is the bull market top, where do you think the bear market bottom will be? From the previous all-time high in 2021 to 2022's low, we retraced about 65%, which was unusual. I say that as a question, like 65, because 77? I thought it was less than that. I thought it was less than that. That's okay. If we were to do that same percent, where does that bring us? 24, 25K. You think that's going to happen? I see 6Ks. Below ETC line. Yeah, below the ETF launch. I see what you mean. 38.7, 38.8. What is Cero? I don't know, Geo. 50K, 50K, 70K, 20th. 40K worst case, 38K. Gaps don't have to fill. That's right, Paul. We have the CME pulled up. Don't worry. That's coming up. 30K bear market bottom. All right. Here's kind of how I view it. I think we will get, especially, dude, this cold weather has my like cuticles chapped. They keep ripping. It's very painful. Especially if 108K is the bull market top, which I refuse to believe. I will die in denial of this. If this especially is the top, I would expect a lesser retracement versus the previous cycle. In fact, as much as people like to talk about how the returns have diminished, I don't often hear people talk about how the downside has also diminished. We have seen consistently the bull market top to bear market bottom percent retracement get smaller. And especially if the top is here now, I would expect that. I would not expect a 77% retracement again. Let's mark this on our chart. So let's say that is, should we say 25K just for like good measure? Because it's a nice round number. I like that. That's a good one. There we go. I think that is too low. We went from 85, went from deeper than 85. We like got 85% retracements like clockwork throughout the history of Bitcoin, or deeper. Then we went to 77. That's why everyone got caught off sides. Everyone was like 10K or under, because that fit what we saw in history. 10K would have been almost a perfect 85% retracement to match almost every other bull market to bear market swing. What do you think? 140K-ish, 285K-ish top. Okay. Hello also. What's up, wine drinker? What's up, Chad? Plot twist. Bitcoin goes up with only 20-30 progressions for the next decade. Chad Haynes. I don't know if you were here Friday. I think it's Friday that I was yelling about this. That it is possible. And certainly for me personally, it would be the most painful path if Bitcoin mirrored what gold did after its ETF. Let me see. I pulled up BLX instead of gold. And that would be kind of what we've seen all year, all last year. It's not a bad thing. I mean, it is a bad thing. I would go nuts. But gold's ETF started back here. And for 10 years, gold moved up and to the right. It had these long periods of sideways. It had a few little kind of scary bull market overs along the way. But this was a 10-year period where it just went up and to the right. And of course, gold, put on 500% gain, something like that. But this might be the most painful scenario. 10 years from now, it'd be great. Bitcoin reach all those numbers that we would expect. But how boring, how awful and painful would it be to just have a little move up, 6 months sideways, a little move up, 6 months sideways. We'd never like get euphoria until maybe the very, very pinnacle of the top, like a decade later. I don't think people would continue watching Bitcoin content. Maybe that would make it extra painful. I don't know. 369 are the numbers of the world mentioned by Tesla. I don't remember that, Ali, but I believe you. We will have a 70% dump. All right, let's look at that. So this is kind of what I wanted to look at. I think we have if we're going to accept or we're going to even entertain that the top is in, then I think we also should entertain that the retracement will be lesser. That it is unlikely we get a deeper retracement than the previous bear market. So 70% would be like 31.8. 70%. Know what I think would be the worst? 50%. I think 50% would wreck everyone. Everybody. Alts would take over content creation. Maybe, dude, but look, we haven't seen alts rally and we're about to jump into Bitcoin dominance here. I just want to do this as a little warm up. Maybe. According to the theory of Tesla, Nikola Tesla, 369 are altogether, there are altogether 1 to 9 digital root numbers. Last cycle Bitcoin topped at 6. Now 109. I don't know, man. That seems a little cherry picky. Start with the election day, then move up 70%. Start with a low from election day, move up 70%. Benjamin Cohen said that as well. Really? Well, Benjamin Cohen's a smart dude, so I like it when people say Benjamin Cohen also said that. Let's look at this. So why have we seen this sell-off? When did this sell-off really start? And why are we seeing it? That's really what people want to hear anyway. That's why you tune in. This sell-off started, let's call it December 18th. You can say 17th. You didn't really put on any upside gains, but we'll say 16th. Sorry, 18th. Something happened on the 18th. Something very specific that for a very long time we have used as a very strong guide to Bitcoin price action. It hasn't really functioned so well. In the last few years, the dollar hasn't really been a great indicator of Bitcoin's movements. Look, September 2024 was the low on the dollar. It's moved up a ton since then. It just doesn't really line up at all in any like classical way. But the dollar, this is without it, you can't like deny this. Without a doubt, the dollar ripped on the 18th. We were live for the FOMC. We've never seen the dollar move like that, and it hasn't looked back since. It's tapped 110. I think it's going to 112. We are seeing the classic strong dollar, weak asset kind of balancing act. And so we can look to the dollar and we can blame the dollar, firstly, because everybody likes to find something to blame, a reason things aren't going the way you want them to go. Someone's fault. It's the dollar's fault. When we see weakness on the dollar, we may then look for a pump in other assets. That may be a solid signal, right? Unfortunately, the dollar is just ripping and does not have a lot above it, which in my opinion means we have a little bit more of the blood ahead. 112 would be that monthly resistance that we have waited for since 2022. I remember back in early 23, I was like, man, it's going back to 112. It's going to go back to 112. Little did I know that it would take 2 years or more to even get close. I don't know what happens there, but it seems unlikely that the dollar would just randomly kind of stop here like 110. I think it has a little bit more upside. At the pace it's at, probably this month, right? Probably this month. That would make sense. So the reason I would say that we are dumping is the dollar. There's your like explanation. Let's look at, I guess we can do CMEs quick because CME is very easy right now. If we want to use CME as a guide, these gaps, there's not much to use, which makes the process simple. We have closed the previous gap from the, first week of January. We technically we opened like a tiny gap today, sold off, filled it. We're filled. There is, for I would say any real argument, There is no gap above, other than obviously above the all-time high. There's like a sliver here at 107, but it's not even worth talking about. And of course, above 108. We have no gaps above us. If we want to just talk about CME and where CME would point, the next open gap would be 77.3 to 80.6. That would be spooky. Mind you, that is above March's high. That wouldn't even be back testing March's high. Let's see. Is that the exact same on the corn? 73, 74. Yeah. CME, if you believe in the gaps, there you are. But we do not have any above us, and we don't have any really even locally now with today's candle. We're pretty cleared out. I got distracted. This is really what I was looking at. So people were saying, I was saying people might tune out of Bitcoin content. If we have a 10-year like gold ETF tracking cycle, people might just not watch Bitcoin content anymore. That would be the most painful thing is for me as a creator. And people said, well, maybe you would switch to just alt content. Take a look at dominance. Here's the thing, guys. If you are bearish, if you think the top is in, and even if you just think the top is in, you know, for the next like 6 months or whatever, you know, even if it isn't forever, you almost have to then concede that dominance is not done. Dominance has only ever dropped in a bull market. We have never seen Bitcoin dominance drop in a bear market. Think about it. Think about it. Would people be making crypto content if Bitcoin starts going down 60, goes down 60, 70%, dominance keeps moving up, alts are down 90, 99, 99.9%? They ain't making content about it. People aren't watching that. They'll be cursing their altcoin bags. They'll be screaming. It's not quite time. Not quite time to say that this is going to happen. But if you believe that the top is in, then you almost have to say that dominance is going higher. This is looking not bad. It's definitely not looking bad. Higher low, lower high. You're starting to flag out here. You did break a little market structure. But this is going to be our other signal. We have the dollar moving towards 112. When that shows weakness, we'll have signs for a bullish market. If dominance breaks up, we'll probably have more argument for a bearish market. Unless Bitcoin's running price-wise. If dominance breaks down, maybe we can start saying, okay, well, the dollar, if it hasn't shown weakness yet, it's probably going to. Everything's about to run, probably. We're not in a bear market. It's very hard to believe one side of this and not both sides. I don't know, man. It seems brutal. I have one more chart for you. Total. Total is one of the cleanest, my favoriteest charts in the whole wide world. And we even discussed total back testing the previous all-time high before moving higher. We've discussed this since the high was in, since the initial high, we'll say, back in December or whatever it is. We discussed this. We got very close, and I remember talking about it on stream and saying, man, we got real close. We didn't quite get there yet. Maybe that means we do have another leg down. Unfortunately, today did not bring us there either. We can call it maybe 3 trillion flat, or it's 3.01, something close to there. We have traded to 3.03 within 1%. Not even 1%, very close. This could still indicate that we have another leg down. We're so close. It is comforting to see total kind of get shy here. I like that. I do like that a lot. If we do see this happen, I would kind of expect dominance to move up. I would expect this money to drop, like drain out of alts, move to Bitcoin, and then make that move to the upside, and then see dominance drop. But it's almost there. So close. If you're not looking at total on the day, you should be. Absolutely should be. I think that was all like the kind of like pre-setup stuff I had, right? We want to look at XRP because XRP is a menace, similar to Michael Saylor right now, an absolute menace. Michael Saylor bought more Bitcoin. He bought Bitcoin on Monday, price tanked. Monday last week, price tanked. Bought it right, I guess like before market open on Monday. Price tanked. Bought it again today. I guess, did it actually tank before? When was this, timing wise? He bought it. 6 hours ago, 5 hours ago would be 8 a.m. before market. Okay, so was this right at the low? Let's go to like New York time. Sailor bought like right here. Interesting. It'd be really cool if it was at the Pico bottom of that wick, but I don't know. Wild that this man is still buying like every Monday. What if he just buys every Monday? It was a smaller purchase of 243 million. A smaller purchase. Some pennies. Small 250 million purchase. Sorry. Talking about Mondays. Nah, I got a little sidetracked there. Let me refresh the chat here. He's buying in the red. I don't, dude. But he doesn't buy in the red. I've objected to it for a long time. Like when he was buying on the way up, and I was like, Sailor, bro, at least use like limit orders, like not just like random buys. He like very commonly would buy like Pico tops. And of course, when you're that size and you're publicly buying, it's not as if like you're stupid and you bought a Pico top. It's that you publicly bought, and market makers know this, and they push the market against you. And they also know that people are going to follow that trade, and they're pushing the market against those people, trying to get them to stop out. But he just seems to buy. Like it's kind of like DCA. Maybe he's the smartest of us all. It probably is. Pattern Bros rejoice. What's up, Legend League? Not to be confused with League of Legends. Show some love. Fondle that thumbs up button. Thank you, Randy. Appreciate you, man. His average buy price was 95 today. Yeah. But when he started buying, his average buy was like down in the 20s. Remember, people were like, oh, it's going to go under this amount because if it goes under Sailor's entry, he'll get liquidated, and then he'll sell all his Bitcoin. It'll go down forever. Remember all the excuses people had to keep you bearish on the way up? Do you remember them? Sailor, U.S. government selling, German government selling, ETF like failure, just everything, every reason. Here we are at 90K, 91K. Price doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad. Savvy having a party tonight. Dude, I don't even, how does that guy still make content? I don't understand. Is what it is. Yeah, whatever happened to Mr. 100? Does anybody know what happened to that wallet? Mr. 100 wallet. I'll pull that up. Say that again, Tom. What's up, Window? Sailor, the guy from the future, he knows something we don't? No, I don't think he knows something we don't, man. I think he honestly was a little late to the conversation. I think he knows what we know. Most of us on this channel. That this is the winning bet over time. This is that Mr. 100 wallet. When was it last active? Literally today. Mr. 100 coming in today. Thank you, Mr. 100. Buying 100 Bitcoin for the, wow, almost the first time this year. That is surprising to me. On January 1st, the start of the year, he bought 100. He has not bought any until today. Balance in BTC. Wait, go back. You know, this goes to show you that maybe, even if you have a lot of money, doesn't necessarily mean you know what you're doing. It looks like he started selling September 19th. Mr. 100 started selling down here. He continued offloading into the rally. And wow, this is actually pretty interesting. He bought a good amount in December, but he didn't even rebuy. Like he was net for the month down. Huh. This is interesting. I haven't looked at this in a while. What do you guys think? It's an exchange wallet? Nah, it's not an exchange wallet. This wouldn't make sense for an exchange wallet. Like it wouldn't. I'm not even claiming that it's a single person. That it's, you know, like a dude's wallet. It's just called Mr. 100. It could easily be an institution. It could easily be a group of people. It could easily be whatever, right? But it's not an exchange wallet. It's not functioning like an exchange wallet. You wouldn't see these kind of flows. Why is he buying now? So that's the interesting part. He really hasn't bought all year, and he bought today at 8. Oh, boys, look at the time. Look at the time. 8:25 today. Let's zoom in. Stick with me here. Stay with me. Here we go. When was that? Is this in New York time? East. This block was 8:25. So yeah, he bought about an hour before the sell-off. Interesting. I don't know what that means. I guess one thing is there's another example of a public wallet making a big purchase and market makers pushing against said wallet. I think the takeaway is that he bought for really the first time this year. That's kind of spicy. He bought the dip. He's in the circle of knowledge that I believe. He bought the dip. He didn't pick up more coins. Yeah, but no, he did. He bought the dip. He bought the dip and he picked up more coins. Yeah. This is the first time really his wallet has increased. This was a really long period from September all the way to the 15th of December. From September, almost 2 months, he only really sold. Then he did not really buy any in September or in December. Bought a little bit, but for the month he was net negative, now positive for January. It's interesting. It's certainly interesting. That is worth looking at. He survived that candle? Dude, he doesn't give a shit about that candle. Mr. 100's theorized to be up bit. I don't know, man. Certainly anything is possible, right? But nothing about those transactions, and I've looked at lots of wallets for exchanges, reminds me. Nothing about that reminds me of an exchange wallet. Exchange wallet would have typically a lot more transactions, and typically we would see those transactions maybe moving to hot wallets, right? To do withdrawals. I don't know if we're seeing that. I assume people would have already sleuthed that out. The odds of it being an exchange wallet are very low. It doesn't actually matter though what it is. It's just interesting. Biden is time. What's up, Christoph? When everyone is bearish, the market makers will start to pump it. Absolutely. I think everyone was bearish today. We aren't in no damn bear market. Thank you, Smiley. Thank you, my friend. It's hard, guys. People think buying Bitcoin and holding. I say there's no guarantees in trading, and really there's no guarantees in life. But if there is a guarantee in life, it's that if you buy and hold Bitcoin, you stack Bitcoin over time, you will win. You will profit. You will be up. That's the one guarantee. Oh man, I just lost that. I was reading something. Yeah, second time I lost my train of thought today. What's happened? It's a little warm out. Maybe that's what's up. You only sell when you're at a loss. You only lose if you sell when you're at a loss. That is true. But if you buy Bitcoin, stack it over time. I mean, that's what Sailor's doing. That's what maybe Mr. 100's doing. That is the only foolproof thing. Oh yeah, I remember. I'm back on track now. Is that sounds easy on paper? Unfortunately, practice, it's not that easy. It's very difficult, and most people cannot do it. Most people absolutely cannot do it. It is. People like to say Bitcoin's an IQ test, and I think that's true. But what it really is a self-control and discipline test. To be able to say, I'm going to do this. There's going to be volatility, but I'm not going to change. I'm just going to keep going through the pain. And every single person who has ever done that is in profit at this point. It's nice when we're close to cycle highs, or at least all-time highs, because we can say everyone who's done this has been successful. At the bear market bottom, it's a hard sell for people because they're like, nah. But they always say that right at the bottom, the very bottom. Buy Bitcoin, don't sell it. Exactly. What's up, One with Nature? How you doing, bro? $1 long, Roby. What's up, Pasindu? Bitcoin would not pump more than 98,000. 98,000 would be a good target for today if we get a nice pop-a-roon. I believe that's the weekly level, correct? Yep. If you get a pop-a-roon this week, we're not quite there yet. Let's start trading above 93,350 above the yearly open. Currently, we have a red yearly candle. Not a comfortable place to be in. Ooh, is it the full moon today? Our moon phases effed us, man. We're supposed to have 2 weeks of bully. Ooh, here we go. We're supposed to have 2 weeks of bull. We only got 6 days. What a scam. I will say this. I like it when we see... So this is a similar setup, actually, to last time. To 2 weeks ago. When we got the new moon. On the 30th of December. It was the end of the year. And I said, I think the bottom's in. It was for December. We broke it today. And technically, I guess, like last week. But the cycle, the moon cycle changing was really a good sign for me because we almost always see some kind of reversal at them. Now here we are again, 2 weeks later. We're now at a full moon and we've seen a swing low. We've seen a new lower low in 2025 with good hit rates. We tend to see, I mean, usually 2 weeks, but maybe even just a week, we tend to see reversals. Just so the timing of this low today, I think is pretty perfect. I couldn't feel more comfortable. Like if it was, I don't know, tomorrow or 2 days from now or 4 days before here, I wouldn't be as comfortable. But I like that. I like that we see the swing low right at the phase change. Do you think it's a good time to buy Bitcoin, Daniel? Brother, it is always a good... Ricky, yes. It is always a good time to buy Bitcoin. The best time is today. The best time was yesterday, and the second best time is today. However, first, this is not financial advice. I don't know your situation. It's going to be different for everyone. But when I say that, I don't mean sell your house and put all your money into Bitcoin. That's a crazy concept. It is always a good time to buy Bitcoin if you're doing it slowly over time. If you're doing lump sums, man, you're playing a very dangerous game and you're really doing yourself a disservice. You're going to make it much harder to succeed, if possible at all, to succeed by doing lump sum. But if you're DCAing, yeah, of course it's a good day. Any price lower than your cost average is a good price when you're DCAing. If you don't know what DCA is, you can just Google it, just dedicated cost average. Very simple strategy. Okay, quantum computing. Do you want to look at XRP first? Quantum computing for those of you freaked out. So let's start with this, guys. Make sure you've smashed that like button. Oh, you already have the chat up here, I forgot. Make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you subscribed. Voted in the poll. That's what I was doing. 41% say yes. 65% of us think this is the best thumbnail I've ever made. I agree. Make sure you've engaged with the live stream. We're going to talk about the spooky quantum computing. So first off, chat, where is the FUD coming from now? Where are you guys reading about this? Is there a creator who's putting out content about it? Are you just seeing random articles? I'm curious. That's going to be a good place to start. Been waiting for a while for this price. Yeah, like 2 weeks. Wish you caught the 88 core. You may have another chance. We'll see. Where are you guys seeing these articles? I'm curious of the source right now. Is it just, random crypto sites, crypto news sites? Or is someone specifically pushing this narrative? I'm curious. You've seen no articles? I see them pretty regularly. You just tuned in the stream, the whole chat was spitting out numbers. 3060. What's up, Janix? What's up, Frank? WF. Only FUD you've seen is Silk Road FUD. We had that Tether FUD recently. AI generated news sites. Okay, well, Benjamin Cohen, thank you, sir. Thank you for chiming in there. I'm gonna guess that people are seeing it because we've had multiple people ask about it today. Multiple. Where were you? Let me see who it was. Ricky, but someone else asked. Guys, quantum computing is so far away from a threat to crypto right now. So far away. We have had people who are in the know of quantum say that it's 10, 20 plus years away for it, like, really even being usable. What people don't understand is quantum computing can, in theory, do lots of things. In practice right now, it can't do anything. Like, it can't run Windows. It can't do anything. It only functions in its, like, very specific set. There's no programming language. There's no operating system. We are so many steps away from having a quantum computer that is threatening. And when we say crypto, what we really mean is threatening to SHA-256, the encrypting algorithm that Bitcoin is running on. And so is almost everything else in the world. So let's do a theory, kind of like a, just imagine, use your imagination here. Eventually it will be a threat. I'm not a fool. Eventually it will be. That you'd be crazy to say will never be a threat, right? Processing power is always going to expand. Eventually, 𝐂𝐡256 is not going to cut it. But we can very precisely kind of calculate that out, and we can see the growth of computing power over time. And we are very far away from it. Eventually, we will have something that threatens it. Here's the thing. We have had quantum resistant, because don't ever fall for quantum proof. There's no such thing. Quantum resistant algorithms. We've had those for like a decade. It is much easier to build the quantum wall, like the defense for quantum, than it is to build the offense, like to build the cannon. And those walls can be built so much faster. When it does come, we will have some kind of warning. Maybe you and I won't, but there will be warnings, because everything in the world operates on 𝐂𝐡256 right now. Like everything, dude. Your banks, some nuclear codes, all kinds of things. Bitcoin now is a reasonable target. And people used to talk about this years ago, saying it was imminent. It didn't make sense. You're like, why would you go after Bitcoin? It didn't make sense. Now it's $1 trillion market. It still wouldn't be the #1 target to attack. Maybe by the time quantum computing is a threat, it will be the #1 target to attack. But this is such a bigger threat. And to be worried about Bitcoin or worried about crypto and in that encryption, it almost doesn't make sense. Because if that were to happen, the world would likely be over soon. There would be no security across the entire internet for like any computers. We are so far from there. And by the time we get there, it is a very, I don't know, simple, I'm not a dev, but it is a much simpler task to simply switch hashing algorithms. Bitcoin can do that. Remember, Bitcoin is not static. In fact, Bitcoin is one of the most actively developed things. It has changed a lot since the beginning. You can change anything about it if you have consensus. Consensus moves slow. It resists change. But when a threat is real, it will. It will move and it'll make that change. So you're going to read it. We've read about it every year. And I'll be honest, we are no closer now than we were when I first read about it. I don't know, like 10 years ago. Something like that. All right, my ranting's over. What's up, Yahonito? 1312 Mork. No, Justin. What's Justin saying? Sorry, but can't the miners just have quantum computers too? Well, in theory, one actor will have one first, right? And it'll be used as a weapon. And at that point, the world's like effed. But that is what I was saying, is essentially we would change algorithms and we would just be hashing with quantum computers. You know, it's going to happen. We're just so far away from it right now. Consensus comes from the node holders and the miners. The threat could extend to AES-256, and encryption has been considered particularly virtually uncrackable. The researcher said they've not been able to penetrate, but have come closer than ever. Closer than ever, but meaning not close in any way. Like, closer than ever meaning, I don't know. Like, I pick up my phone and I throw it, and I got closer to cracking SHA than ever, because I've never thrown my phone trying to crack it. I don't know. What's up, Yanito? What's up, Mike? Randy? Another cycle flood? Guys, every single year, it is inevitable that it will be a threat someday, and it is inevitable that we will hear about it every single year forever. That's what it seems. What's up, Quest? What's up, Randy? Smash the like buttons. Yes, please. Thank you, sir. What's up, All Set? Love how we can break this down. Dude, it's just, we have tackled this so many times as a community. And especially the first time you hear it, dude, it's compelling. I get it. I understand why people get freaked out. Like, it's a compelling argument. Because Bitcoin's whole thing is that it's like uncrackable. You can't do anything to it. It's immortal. You can't be forced. Can't be manipulated like that. And if something could, that would destroy the whole premise. I understand why that's spooky. But you have to understand that that is a myth. That is a boogeyman right now. It's not unknown to the community. The community is aware of it. It's just not needed yet. And when it's needed, the community will figure it out. If you want to look at XRP, bro, what about XRP? Every coin is crashing, but XRP is not even. Well, XRP actually did a little rally here. Did a little rally in the last 48 hours. Something of note. I didn't realize this till right now, but XRP closed 2024 as the highest yearly close ever in its history by a few pennies. Closing above $2 was a very strong close. Let's go down though. XRP 2 days ago made this nice little move, a 10% candle close. What was that on Saturday? Into the weekly close. We should look at that weekly candle. Really random low, 233. Here's how I view it for now. XRP on Saturday broke from this flag after painting a higher low, put in a higher high, and for now, or at the moment, is holding a higher low. This is looking good. It's looking strong. I do want to see really quickly on the week here. Man, there's nothing. It's just a really random low. 233. I don't have that anywhere. I don't have that on anything. Go figure. That'd be the way it is. If XRP, let's say, can close dailies above 241, this looks solid. Looks really, really solid. The problem, I'll say, did you guys notice? I think a lot of people didn't notice because we all got caught up in the excitement when it was happening. But did you notice how XRP into December went absolutely bonkers? I was even like, I guess we're going to all-time high. I was cheering for it because I don't know why you would expect it not to go to all-time high after that run. It did not break its all-time high. It hit 290, which admittedly is very, very close. Its all-time high was more like 330. Yep, 330. About 10% off. It did break 2021's high, which is very strong, very nice. But just under its all-time high. So all of that excitement, all of that energy, and it didn't actually do anything, I'll say. Like, certainly those are real gains. Nice. But you look at, say, Sol, right? And it's basically the same thing. Now, I'm not saying either of them are cooked. Especially XRP is held on to its gains really well. It's looking strong at the moment, especially. But these coins, they faked us out. They both did it. These are two big cap coins. They both went just to that all-time high and fell back down. That's dangerous. That is dangerous because you can look at other stuff. I'll just throw it out there. Litecoin, like in 2017-21, hit roughly that same high and then did not continue, did not break, did not go into price exploration. This is a very uncomfortable place to be betting on either of these. They're up considerably. They have a lot of potential downside back to their lows, but you're really betting on that Piper not coming. This looks good. I want XRP to go to all-time highs. I barely have any. I won't make a lot of money, but I think it will be a good sign for the rest of the market and for other charts if XRP can actually do it instead of just getting close, falling down, and kind of keeping us here. If it break, I think the bottom line is that XRP breaking an all-time high would have huge implications for the rest of the market, for almost every other coin, especially older ones, and probably have implications for this cycle and how it's going to go down. It would be very big. I have very little to gain directly, but I think we all have something to gain indirectly if it does. It doesn't mean like buy XRP, and no, it doesn't mean like, try to pump it, but it's just very interesting. Very, very interesting, man. What it's doing now looks awesome. You got some resistance that you painted on the way down. 272. Probably going to be the price to beat here. Those are the highest daily closes from that run in November into December. I don't think there's anything on the week, right? 260 to 270. So there's definitely some resistance up here. Of course, there's resistance at the all-time high as well. You can kind of view this as all like an area that people may look to take profits on new positions. But break that, I don't know, man. I don't know. ETH, I'm still short on ETH. Still short on Ethereum. I didn't close it. And even in the last stream, I moved my TP down on Ethereum. If I hadn't moved my take profit down, my position would have been closed. This is trading on BYDFI, by the way, guys. We are up 660%. You've watched this through the ups and downs. through the lefts and rights. I should probably move this. Let's move this down again. What do you think? 3750. Moving that down. Take profit at 2,500. Now, I don't know if it's going there, but at this point, I'm using this position as a hedge. Ooh, nice. I'm using this position as a hedge against the longs I have open. Short in Ethereum, which I view as the weaker asset right now, longing the corn. Actually, Ethereum, after being a dick and stopping us out of many, many positions, and even actually when I originally placed this short, this was the TP target, stopped us out of a few positions on the way down for longs. Didn't fill any for some time. Here we are today, 2,927. That's the first long that I've had on Ethereum for a while. Reversing the position. I should have probably stuck to my plan, huh? I'm getting greedy. Looking for 2,500. But just because I opened a little bit too much to the upside when I wasn't ready. You can see I even have 2,500 down here as a potential long as well. And that comes from the month here. I think this would be a really solid test. There's no guarantee that I'll come, but you can see these monthly candles. Open, closing, 2,500. This is a very liquid level. Very liquid level. Without closing really higher candles since March, since Q1. It's not off the table yet. I think that if that comes, it's a great trade. But to be honest, anyone who took 2,900, that's probably a very strong position. At least into like 3 3s, 3 4s. I should update that. But I remain kind of bearish on Ethereum, guys. Here's why. Ethereum just hasn't satisfied the thing that I said I need to see to change my mind here. Hasn't satisfied it. Ethereum continues to bleed against Bitcoin. It has not broken its low of November yet, but goddamn, bro, it looks like it wants to, doesn't it? It certainly looks like it wants to. Today, absolutely dumping 5% down against the corn. 8% day, but from high to low, what do you got? 13% high to low today. Jeesh. As soon as Ethereum shows me any strength in its BTC pair, so 𝐿BTC, as soon as it shows me any strength, I'll probably stop shorting Ethereum long Bitcoin. But until then, I'm gonna keep printing with the Ethereum short Bitcoin long trade. New Doge. What else we got here? Volatility. XRP is less total. Crypto. Bitcoin just not doing nothing. Not doing anything. What's up, 𝐂𝐻𝐫𝐿? I see you subscribing. Let me see who else subscribed today. Not as many as I'd hoped. Not as many new fan members. What's up, 𝐒𝐈𝐆𝐍? Boston. That was a while ago that you're playing not here. Medius Carvalho. Is that it? If you guys subscribe while we're live, I just re-enabled it. Your name will pop up. This number will roll over in real time. It's very interactive. I'll shout you out. It's a very good deal. You should make sure you've liked, subscribed. You should make sure you joined our Discord, discord.gg/TomCrown. Check out the links in the video description below. You can get into our exclusive rooms in there. What else we got? Of course, the new course. Always building. Gotta be clickbaity with these YouTube algos. Yo, Foxy, I feel like I haven't seen you in forever, man. How are you? How are you? Ethereum shorting time is over, Cryptogenic. Well, you might be right. You might be right. I mean, according to my own charts, you're right. Like I said, I would have closed this at 3,000 if I didn't have those longs open. But according to my own charts, you're right. Like, this is where we look to close that short. That short seemed insane. It didn't seem like it was going to play. Hit the take profit. We reversed the position. I mean, here we are. You might be right. How's SNEK chart looking, Chode? I don't know, man. Let's see. What do you think it's doing? Let's do it this way. You think this is a setup? What's the setup? You mean the low, Pacindu? You mean like the low today is a setup? I think it's a setup. SNEK. SNEK kind of looks like XRP. Unless this is the wrong SNEK. Kind of looks like XRP, doesn't it? Let me bring this over. You see it? That could be a good thing. How's 𝐂𝐴 looking? I don't know. Are you ready for some gore? Are you ready? Are you like, do you have a queasy stomach? Because it does not look good in a while. My lord. Okay. It did break its low from December today, but not by much. It kind of looks like it's holding there. This is an area of support here. For sure. This would not be a bad spot to hold. It's like between $6 and $5.70. Wouldn't be a bad spot to hold. But this chart's looked like shit for so long, bro. I know some people who really like this coin, though I don't hear them talk about it much anymore. Did not break its March high. Struggling, dude. I guess we revisited it at 570, see what's going on. Am I long or short on corn? I am a long Bitcoin. So my trade right now, the crown trade right now, patented. The crown trade is long coin margin Bitcoin, not financial advice. This is what I'm doing. Long coin margined Bitcoin. Okay? Specifically coin margined. It's an important element. And then short Ethereum USD margined. There's rhyme and reason there. That's the trade I got. However, that being said, literally, if you're just tuning in, the short that I have open, we placed it on live. We watched it play out. Literally hit its take profit today. I just moved the take profit down. And according to our own analysis, that Ethereum short would be reversed into a long here. And you'd be looking for some kind of upside gain, maybe up to 3,500. But that is the crown trade at the moment. Not the best day, brother. Great content. Thank you, Pave. Greetings from Bulgaria. How you doing? Win either way. True, true. There's a little bit of magic sauce, though, when you long coin margined and short USD margined. Any thoughts on IOTA? I think that's another gory one. At least it looks better than DOT. IOTA looks better than DOT. Dude, I still remember when this came out. And I got riggedy wrecked, dude. I think I bought this at like $4. I bought it like up here. I was a noob once too, friends. Back in the day. I was a noob once too. That position's still down 90%. I don't think I ever bought anymore. Better than IOTA. At least you have a higher high in December. That's not bad. Let's see. Looks like you're flagging out. Definitely a risky trade, man. I honestly would not chase these old coins down like that unless you have a reason, right? Like if you really believe in IOTA, like I really believe in Litecoin and I've kind of stopped chasing it down. I haven't sold, but I haven't been buying it like I had. Unless you really have a reason. I just don't know if it's a good idea, dude. Don't know. This chart definitely looks better than DOT, but it is no miracle. It's no beast of its own. I'm gonna set alerts here because I am curious about this. Trump pump. Trump pump, please. Please explain coin margin thing. Okay, really quick. This is definitely a concept that I'll talk about. I talk about sometimes. Definitely can entertain more in-depth questions about this during our next private premium exclusive stream. That'll be this week. But here's the gist. When you trade coin margin, the difference between coin margin and USD margin is very simple. It's just the collateral you're using. So when you're doing USD, you're essentially using Tether or whatever, stablecoin dollars, to take out a margin position as collateral. When you win or profit on that position, you are paid in that collateral kind, meaning you get dollars. So when you short with dollars, think of it this way. You short with dollars, you profit, you have more dollars, right? Price is lower on that asset. Those dollars are proportionately worth more of that asset. The more it goes down, and the more you're profiting, okay? On the other side, when you're using coin margin like Bitcoin, Bitcoin is the collateral. So when you profit in that position, you're being paid or losing in Bitcoin. So think of the other side of this trade here. Price goes up, you profit in Bitcoin that has increased in value as it moved up. Do you get that? Like, does that click? So basically, by doing that little jam, you are getting the stronger asset in either direction, right? Maybe that's a good way to put it. Essentially, when you profit in either of those, whether it be the coin or the USD, you are getting paid in a currency that is like gaining strength against whatever it is. There you go. Makes sense. Cheers. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Looking into IOTA back in the day, getting annoyed by it. I mean, are they doing anything, Michael? Were they ever doing anything? I don't know. What platforms allow coin margin? Most of them do, Vi. Certainly BYDFI. Wait, I'm pretty sure. I don't want to speak incorrectly here. BYDFI, links in the video description below. Femex, links in the video description below. BitUnix, another one. It's also in the video description. It's very common. You just may never have noticed it. That's really what it is. Most people are just like, I don't know what that is, so I don't click it. And that's fair. BitUnix, BYDFI, Femex. Almost all of them. Node pays coin. NC, I don't know what that is. What's up, Tazio? How you doing, brother? When's the last time I checked out BLXUSM1? Your guess is as good as mine. That's it. Let's do. It was today years old last time I looked at it. So this chart, I remember, like, this chart looks really crazy, and I really like this chart, and I fell in love with it the first time I looked at it. However, then I learned that this red candle here, that really makes it look different, because if you divide Bitcoin by other stuff, it always ends up looking really similar. It always ends up looking almost exactly the same. BTC/USD, BTC SPY, SPX, BTC SPX, BTC. One sec. I don't know. Is this the one? No. Damn. I had a chart, a really clean chart for this, where I had a bunch of pairs. Gist of it is, they all look the same. Whether you divide it by dollar, Dixie, or the stock market, or whatever, it ends up looking really similar. This one looks very different. Oh, I know what it is. It's BTC. It's on this chart. This one. Bitch. Okay, I'm giving up. Giving up. They all look really similar. This one got me excited because it looks so different. But then you learn that this is because they changed how M1 is measured. It isn't because this chart is like specifically unique or cool. It's fun to look at, especially if you invert it. You love it. Then you got a huge head and shoulders sending us to the moon here. Interesting. I have not looked at it in a while, and I'm not saying it is without value. It's just not quite as cool as it seems, unfortunately. I haven't checked this in a while, but it does seem that we've hit a new all-time high finally, even with the change. To my knowledge, that's how it works. Fed changing Regulation D, exactly. But even with that change, it's really cool. It's really cool because 2019's high was 2021's high, 2022's high. We never actually broke it in that cycle. And then into March, we broke it. Into here, we actually have broken everything. That's actually pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I'll put an alert on this. I don't know really what value it has, but I like it. What was I looking at? Oh, BlackRock. I don't know, dude. I don't know BlackRock's whatever soft. I don't know what you're talking about. Satoshi Nakamoto, my friend. You would know better than I. You are Satoshi. You would know better than I. Did you ask before entering a short? Do the 2024 or 2025 overlay. Which one, Captain Swag? The one that got kind of wrecked? From where do you see Bitcoin be long? Dude, I mean, this morning. This morning's low. You're getting bearish. You might be looking at this. I liked this so much on Friday. This kind of looks similar. Unfortunately, did not take us to the moon. If you're bearish, here you go. This is what you might be looking for. Look at virtuals, Cheney. I haven't looked at that, so yeah. Wait, Cheney, are you in our group? Are you the Cheney in our group? Absolutely. If you guys sign up for our like, exclusive paid group, I'll always look at what you guys want to look at. Virtuals. I saw that on my app. I just never pulled it up. A little prioritize on the requests. Bonus. Virtual. Interesting, it has an index already. Okay, it has a few weeks. Goes back to May. Week. I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. Weekly back to 233. Weekly bullish order block testing as support. There's definitely a trade here. Oh yeah, there's a trade here. Even the best trades can go south. Make sure you practice risk management. Know what you're doing. Yeah, there's definitely a trade here though. 314% downside. Like a 5-to-1. And even this is 2.3 to 1. Back to $3. There's a trade here. With this long string of reds, man, you definitely got some divergence building on this low. It is largely a knife. That stop loss is going to be critical to manage this, because who the hell knows what this is? Who knows what even this is? Probably someone in here. Dollar. I could consider taking a swing here, and then I would not ever again touch this unless it hit like $1. Unless it hit $1. Damn, then even 50 cents. That is some steep downside. That's what I'm saying. Stop loss is going to be pretty critical here. Before I send this off, actually, let's do this. Let's do it like this, 3-to-1. I like this trade because you might even be trading a head and shoulders, and this might end up like nuking, right? But you still might be able to play that little retracement here. Isn't coin margin cross only, Ali? No, that's totally depending on the platform. Robert Liu, exactly. Shorting using USD, longing using the underlying asset. Looking swell this afternoon. Thank you, Server Reality. I can melt butter. Dude, guys, actually, yeah, it's crazy. I guess getting old, man. I used to go to the gym all the time. Used to bodybuild. Never could. I used to bodybuild like seriously out of college. Never could get to this size. I've been going to the gym like 2 months since I quit vaping. Bro, I have let's just say this. Through most of my life, I wore small shirts. Like out of high school, out of college, I wear small shirts. Now a medium shirt does not fit me. It looks like a small shirt on me now. It's kind of crazy. I think maybe just because I'm older, my body is like, all right, let's put on weight. I don't know, but I'm thankful. All I do is take creatine and eat a lot. Easy. My T levels are probably good enough. That is probably it. That's a big reason why I wanted to start working out, because I thought my T was low, because, dude, I never wanted to do anything. I think inauguration day on up and sell the news day or nothing burger. I think if we sell off until inauguration day, so if we do this and we kind of follow this path, if we are downtrending into it, I think we see a reversal. I think if we pop from like here into it and we're going up on inauguration day, I think we get a sell off then. I think it's going to see like, it's like an FOMC move where we'll get a real volatile, shitty move that day. You're almost Jason Casper size? Probably not. I'm like 170, 173. I feel like Jason Casper's probably like 200 pounds. Can you explain why long with coin and sell with USDT? Dennis, I did already explain it. I'm not going to like continue, like go over it over and over again. But essentially when you do that specifically, when you win a trade, whether it be the short or the long, you are profiting in, let's say, the stronger asset at the time. You shorten USD, price goes down, you can buy more of that asset. So you short Bitcoin on dollars, you have more dollars when it's lower, you can buy more of it. Long with Bitcoin, the underlying asset, when it goes up, you're getting profit in Bitcoin, so you're profiting that same percent, but you're getting it in an asset that's appreciated, so you've profited more. That's like the gist. Market will top out in March, April. I don't doubt that. I mean, I think we get I've been saying that for a while. I think we get a high in Q1. I don't think we've seen it yet. I think we have another crappy summer, and then Q4 we get either a higher all-time high, right? Or maybe like a double top or lower high. We get like another run. But yeah, that's what I think. When you go in to try your hand at Jason Casper rap, dude, I can't rap. I could be his hype guy though. I could be like the guy in the background being like, you. Yeah, I can't rap. Roids? Nah, I don't need roids. I do wonder what I would look like on roids, dude. I'd be like, I don't know. Like, I would get huge. I never thought I could grow like this. All-time high 900. What's that? Compound. That's what you're saying. It's, guys, you remember when we did crypto, when we started it? And yeah, like almost all these projects were shitters. But at least there just weren't many of them. You know, there was like maybe 100 of them. Now there's millions of new shitter projects like every month. The landscape's getting more competitive. It's getting harder to profit. Let's see, what is Comp doing? I don't know if I'll have any like real thoughts on it. We'll see. There we go. Looked at Comp in a while though. Worth a little look. A looky-loo. Ooh, I do not like that candle. That's brutal, dude. 142, close to 70. Close 50% down. I mean, still a green candle. Resistance at 90. This is probably what bumped it 150. Here's what I don't like about this trade is that you are from current price back to just your monthly point of efficiency, 40% down. Up to 150, 100% up. Like, this isn't actually a trade, but I just want to see the R to I'd be like, is it 2? Bitch. Yeah. That's a 3. I don't know. Actually, that's not as bad as it seems. There's very little underneath you. That monthly, especially with this close, like I would just look elsewhere, man. Maybe it explodes out of nowhere. I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like it. Bitcoin back to 69,000. None of those prices excite me. Like 69,000 doesn't excite me at all. Like, I don't want to buy at 69,000. I don't even know where I'd want to buy. 10. God. Spoiled, dude. Spoiled. Anybody know how much? I'll ask Jason how much he weighs. Checking ADA. Yeah, pull it up. It's a chilling day, guys. There's just like not a lot of people, not a lot going on, other than everything selling off, and for some reason, no one paying attention. Doesn't seem like a lot's going on. Damn. Jason Casper's been killing it, man. It's like it's 2,000 viewers. Go, Jason. Right, 28, 24. I mean, man, I mean, more than here, yeah, more than right now. 88 doesn't look bad here. You're right at this most important resistance that we thought it blasted through. ADA structurally on the day right now, this looks like Doge to me. Looks like Doge with this little hump, holding on to the low for now. Long still cooking here from 80 cents. Hit 114. Honestly, I think it's flagging. I think this is one big flag. It could take a long time to resolve. I think it's just one big flag. I think your lows will keep coming up. I think your highs will keep coming down. You'll likely get a fake break, maybe something like this, right? I think it's flagging. I think it looks good. No div on the day. The day is pretty boring. A lot of these charts are pretty boring right now. No bear div on the high. On the week. Yeah, I think this looks good. It's really just consolidating in the zone that it should. Like 115, 114, down to like $1. This is where all the resistance was. This is actually very healthy if it can continue that. Looks good. Max mining. All right, Max, we talked about this earlier in the stream, brother. So where, can you tell me, because no one could produce this, where are you hearing about this? Like, who's kind of injecting this idea, Max? Did you read it on like a news site? Is someone making a video about it? You hear people talking about it on Twitter? Like, where's it coming from? Because I did address this pretty thoroughly. I'm curious though. If you have the answer, please tell me. Thank you for the timestamps, Pickle, by the way. 𝐂𝐻 depreciates Bitcoin while encryption in 5 years. Where did you hear it? Where are you like reading it? You can post a link. You won't be able to post it. What's the, just say what's the site, like what.com, like cryptopotato.com. Just say, you don't have to like put the URL. I'm just curious because you were not the only person to ask today. There's the bear chart. MSNB, really, Crunk? That would be interesting. This is a FUD that we've heard every single year. It's just like Tether FUD. Every single year it comes around. New people get freaked out. Same with Tether. They think Tether's going to collapse. There are people genuinely like, Tether's about to collapse. And they've been saying that for 8 years. Quantum FUD coming from everywhere and nowhere at the same time, from the quantum realm, perhaps. Dude, quantum computing is, I think there's a timestamp that you can go back and check it, the whole thing. But we hear this every year, and every year we're really not closer to it. It is far away. Inevitably, quantum, yes, we'll be able to crack any encryption. There's no encryption that in theory will be uncrackable, like forever. Well, as long as processing power continues to increase and accelerate over time, every encryption will break at some point. But when we say at some point, it's like quantum might not even be like functional for any kind of use for like a decade or two. And when we say functional, it's like just can run a program. Like it can do some things very fast right now, but it can't run Windows. It can't generate an image. It can't, like, it can do like one specific thing really fast. And that one specific thing is not hashing encryption. It's not trying to break encryption. Meme coin 2025 CN Solana. Cat theft. Someone was asking about this on Friday. I didn't look at it. Cat theft. I was wondering where the cat memes were. Everybody's all about the dog memes. Where's the cat memes? Oh, this isn't dollars. Cool. Thanks for the 5, man. I don't know. I don't really know what to do with this chart. Can do this. Your week. Probably got support 0.007. Probably got resistance up here 14, 15 cents. 25 or 2.5 cents, sorry. 1.5, 2.5, 4.3. We can do moon math here. Can take our high to our low. Say if you break your all-time high, you could be looking at 19 cents, almost 50 cents. That'd be juicy. That'd be juicy. There you go. You lose your low, then I don't know. You're like, you're nuked. You're rugged. Good luck. Good luck, man. Practice safe meme coinery. From Medium. Due to the risk. Well, here's the thing, max mining. So SHA is not like unique to Bitcoin. SHA 256 is military grade encryption. If it was anywhere remotely reasonably in danger, any reasonable time scale, everywhere around the world would be changing their algorithms, and they're not. Like in mass. It would be like a huge thing. Altcoin Daily was talking about it the other week. Yeah, that sounds like content they would make. I love those guys, but yeah. You know. They make even better clickbait stuff than we do. Well, that's weird. YouTube's not receiving enough data to maintain the stream, which is very odd because my connection is flawless according to my computer. I wonder if YouTube is having issues. I'm going to close some tabs here. YouTube must be having issues though. Close the subscriber count. Close the chat. Huh. That's weird. Show you guys. Is it going to make me a fool now? It's going to make me a fool now. No, it says it's fine. Just had a warning. Just refresh is good. Small lag spike. YouTube might be having a problem. They're having a problem. At least it's not my computer for once. That's good. Miss your face. Miss you, Tazio. Thanks for stopping by, brother. Name of coin in the background. Yeah, I turned them off. Sorry, bro. There you go. The problem with quantum computing is the heftiness of superconductivity. It's just not like super. People are like, well, once quantum computing hits like this many qubits, then it'll crack SHA. No, dude, that's like saying an engine, like a motor engine, right, has like enough horsepower to do something, but it isn't like the right application, right? So it's like saying maybe, okay, an engine with a bajillion horsepower is enough to like make a plane fly, okay? But without the propeller, what does it do? It does nothing. It needs to have that processing. There's so much more to it than simply having the power. And we're nowhere near the qubits either. So it's like, even when we get there. So the first quantum computer already made in Israel, they exist. A quantum computer exists, but no quantum computer exists that does anything. And especially nothing close to cracking encryption. Not running programs, not like doing these things. They do very specific tasks and they do them crazily. We see this every year. I'm very used to addressing this. Yeah, you can always, and that's the thing is by the time this is real, the whole world will have shifted from SHA 256. Why wouldn't they? And Bitcoin will too. Bitcoin will have already done that. It's easy. I understand. It's a spooky idea. It definitely is an uncomfortable feeling. It's like, what? Bitcoin might have a weakness? Man, we've heard it every year. Every single year we've heard it. Now, it's no more true now than it was then, in my opinion. Latest video on Why the Flies channel. There it is, Northern Soul. Northern Soul, you just nailed it. That is definitely where these questions are coming from. He says, the latest video on the Why Flies channel, entitled Quantum Apocalypse. All your secrets revealed. Accurate? That's accurate. Quantum, you could put the Dragon Balls together, wish a quantum computer into existence, all your secrets would be revealed. There would be literally no such thing as privacy. Like you'd be able to just reach into someone's computer. This is it. This is it. Let's see their channel. It's brought to you by the Quantum Apocalypse. There it is. 18 hours ago. Damn. Yeah. Yeah. That's why. Certainly them doing that, like, you know, news is going to publish articles about it. I mean, we've had articles published about us. Thanks for the live stream. Have to go see you, Hendrik. Yeah, dude, it's 2:30. I'm starting to lose my voice. Privacy is an illusion. It really would be. Depreciating. I don't know. When I Google government depreciating SHA 256, AI, and these AI summaries kind of suck sometimes, says, as of today, the U.S. government, specifically the National Institute of Standards of Technology, is not depreciating SHA in 256 and actively encourages its use as the standard secure hash algorithm. SHA-1 was retired. SHA-2, I don't see it. I don't see that. You gotta be careful, man. People can just say anything, right? Input some internal process equal output, the way Turing machines operate, hence regular algorithms become vulnerable to quantum. Face already gone after today. You already got your face melted. Rip. Is this just a correction before we go upwards? I think so. I think we just ran stops here. The only thing that's like not making me 100% confident or comfortable is the volume was not that high. Ooh, Kuro-sama MG. You are a quantum engineer, and you can tell me that it might be true, and it also might not be. At the same time, Schrodinger's answer. Thank you, Kuro-sama. The F pump will be face melting. Let's go. What's up, Tonzi, John Doe, Mira? Ethereum should pump now. It's not quite yet, but maybe. There have been a couple of live streams that crashed today. You know what? Actually, Jay Trader, I saw that Crypto Recruiters stream was all bugged right before ours. You had a lag as well. Volume's the least reliable indicator. I mean, I definitely can agree. I definitely can agree volume is largely not a great indicator. In crypto. You know what? I'll say probably everywhere now. But if we had a huge hit of volume there, I would feel more comfortable. Let's see. A little bit more on Binance, but still not. Okay. I mean, more volume comparatively than these other lows. Nothing like the 4th of December yet, though. Let's see if like there's huge perp. Maybe there's like perp vol. Nah. Maybe. Let's go to Binance Futures. Binance Futures volume. All right, there's some better volume there. There's some better volume there. It's getting there. I kind of expected it to be much higher on that tiny handle. Tiny hit though. Sailor and Mr. 100. Yeah. I think the low's in for now. I keep saying that though. worrying about it. An asteroid 10 times the size of our planet hits us, we're dead. Yeah, that is kind of like how apocalyptic quantum computers are, which is why I get people's concern and nervousness around them. I get it. Makes sense. And every time that we've talked about it today and in the past, I've always said, and it will inevitably, almost guaranteed, be an issue. Eventually. Eventually. Their channel is huge. That means everyone who buys crypto miner now is basically, wait, what? I mean, you would be right. An ASIC that's 256 mining max would be useless on an algorithm change. But at the same time, bro, you're not buying a miner today and using it 5 years from now anyway. Like, how many 5-year-old miners are running at the moment? Probably not many. Forming bearish sentiment. I mean, we can be simpler than even that, AR Beast. 2 months. Well, a month since the all-time high and just down since, and really 2 months of sideways when things are supposed to be super exciting. Every time we got a new all-time high, like you can think, but we had all-time highs. We had just like hours of all-time highs. Like on the 21st of November, we hit 100K or almost 100K, fell right back down. December 4th, we hit 100K for the first time, fell right back down, went down to 92, closed at 96. On the 17th, we hit 108, went right back down. Like, we have had very little time up at these highs, and we haven't seen it kind of this pushing action where we like move up and stay there. We see these big pullbacks, and they are extinguishing sentiment 100%. Wrecking sentiment. XDC, all right. I feel like, are you the guy who always asks for XDC? I feel like it's the same guy every time. Almost had it. Damn. Hit 66, missed it. Fell down. This was it, man. That was the super bullish. That would have been the super bullish bounce. Didn't get it. It did hit a higher high. Here's a higher low. I mean, this looks pretty good. Yeah, I'll give it to you. It looks pretty good. I wouldn't be surprised to see it come back down, though. Like this. Wouldn't be surprised. Maybe get like 8.1 cents. But that looks good, man. Yeah, you're up at your highs again. Kind of outpacing the market here. This is a little kind of XRP reminiscent in a way. Yeah, that's not bad. What's above 10 cents is the question. I hate having to use like 𝐂𝐡𝐚. 13. 10 cents, 13 cents. 20. Support at 6. There you go. That's how I look at it. De nada, my friend. You can update the Bitcoin price. Yeah. Here we are. Right where we were. It's almost like it saw us going live and was like, oh, now I better pull back here. Better not do anything now that Tom Crown's live. By the way, guys, invest in yourself this year. Sign up for our awesome #1 crypto trading group. Go to tomcrown.io/course. You can use promo code 50OFF for life, and you'll get 50% off forever. Nice discount for the G's. We're going to have our next exclusive stream this week. It'll be like #4 in our first month. It's going to be a good time. You should join. What's up, Pokemaster? You missed something. Am I bullish or bearish? I want to see how today closes, my friend. I want to see how today closes. I'm leaning to a liquidity sweep here on the low. But I gotta see how it closes today. I keep pulling up the wrong one. Here's our bearish take. Did this in the beginning. If you think the head and shoulders is playing out, there you are. Probably what it'll look like. Orders filled, brah. Send it. What's up, Maddie? How you doing, Matthew Schmid? Oh, my guy. Don't think it can be like gold, as Bitcoin supply is locked at 21 million. Yeah, I don't think. I mean, I think gold. The problem is that when we describe Bitcoin in any way, nothing can really anchor. Nothing is really a good comparison. One of the only things that's a good comparison is like BitTorrents. And you and I, and people in this room kind of know what that is, but general population, not so familiar, right? We don't have like good terms and words and things to describe this. And so when we say Bitcoin's like gold, what really we mean is like gold is like maybe the closest kind of thing we have. It isn't the same, not at all the same, but it's like the best, most relatable thing that we can talk about. You're late as F. What's up, Marcelo? Yeah, we're wrapping up, brother. Good to see you though, my friend. You guys should make sure you liked and subscribed and joined Discord at .gg/TomCrown. Appreciate you turning in on this Monday. I know there's other people streaming. Got some split attention. It's okay. We're live, baby. We're live. We've been live for 2 hours. Dos Ayoras. Ayoras. I gotta take Duolingo lessons. Can I get Myro Sam? All right, here I'll pull up Myro for you. Here we go. What was that coin back in 2017 that was shilled? And it was a scam. Bit something. Bit Connect, Dennis. Bit Connect. Realistically, a lot of them. Like tons of them. Most of them. Had to cut loss on with. Loss on whiff. Yeah, dude. Better to cut the loss than to ride it all the way down. It's painful. Waiting on the gold skies. Myro looks like shit. Myro is just a knife. Absolute knife status. Largely ignoring 5 cents. Hitting that lower low, coming off a lower high, is in a downtrend. Not a lot of support underneath you. Maybe here. 4.3 cents. I don't like this though. I'm not digging it. Do we long Bitcoin now? All right, you could. I'm long on Bitcoin. What's up, Arrow? People only talk about CME gaps if they are to the downside. Yes. Specifically, people use them to be bearish. But more specifically, people use them to be bearish and like permanently wrecked. Look at all these downside gaps that are not filled. 9, 20, 26, 29, 38, 52, 59, 76. And maybe that one will fill, but specifically to get wrecked. Is this live Solana Observer? No. I'm just like very intuitive as to like the questions people would ask and who will show up during my live, so I record it. We've been live 2 hours, guys. It's that time. We are live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on this channel at 1 p.m. East. Sometimes I have 1-ish. We've been live a lot more lately as things are spicy. We'll be live again if price crashes, if it moons. You should join our Discord, discord.gg/TomCrown. It's free. To keep up with the spice, you should check out our new group. You go to tomcrown.io/course. I like that. That's better than the WAP. Go to tomcrown.io/course and join us. Happy Monday, everybody. It's been a spooky one, but a quiet one. I don't know why. It's been spicy, but quiet. Suspicious. Keep your eyes peeled. We could be seeing a liquidity sweep. The low may be in. If you're bearish, here's your bear food. This is reasonable. Here's your downside targets. Here's your pattern. I appreciate you guys sticking with it, being here. Dr. Disrespect plays that song sometimes. Anyway. I'll see you guys in the Discord. I'll see you if you sign up for our group.